years, how we've grown up, how our family members have always told us that the Igbos are like this, so don't marry from there. The Hausas are like that, so don't marry from here. The Yorubas, those ones, don't marry from. Don't marry outside this way. If you want to marry, you have to look for a man. We were just teenagers, so you have to look for him. They wanted to prepare our minds so that we don't we don't say we didn't know. They said you have to get married to an isoko. In fact, if you go too far, hello everyone, you're welcome to Esteria Yaba. My name is Waka Okeogene. For my returning subscribers, you know how much I love you. Thank you so much for always coming back to watch this channel. Thank you for your support. I really do appreciate. For those who are seeing my face for the first time, you're not yet a subscriber, please do well to join us. Join my subscribers. Grow this channel. Click on the red button down below that says subscribe and you're part of the family. You're welcome. I believe that you will enjoy the topic for today. Just stay tuned. Today we are going to be talking about intertribal marriage. Is intertribal marriage worth it? Especially knowing the stereotypes that we've had over the years, how we've grown up, how our family members have always that we should marry from our own people from our own geographical area, people that speak the same language with us. You know, it's funny because everybody seems to say that you shouldn't marry from the other side, marry from my south side. We are the good people. Those other people are not the good people. It's funny, it's ironical. You know, in my own family where I come from, I'm an isoko. A lot of people, 90%, are not for intertribal marriage actually. They are not for it at all. Just maybe if a handful don't really care. Okay, if you want to marry, as far as you're happy, just a handful. Majority of people from my place, my family, my uncles, aunties, and you know, so we grew up with that mindset. In fact, I remember there was a particular day my mom and her crew they were gisting. We'll call it family meeting, so to say. And I and my cousin, I was about 16 years old, 16, 17 years old, and my cousin about 18. We're teenagers at the time. And we just, passed by, and they called us, come, two of you, come here, oh yeah, sit down. And we sat down. And what was the topic? What were they telling us? Ensure that you don't marry outside the isoko. Don't marry outside this way. If you want to marry, you have to look for a man. We were just teenagers, so you have to look for him. They wanted to prepare our minds so that we don't we don't say we didn't know. They said you have to get married to an isoko. In fact, if you go too far, robo. Don't even I believe. Oh my God, so funny. And that day, after they were talking, my cousin said, but what if that's not God's will for you? What do you mean that's not God's will for you? It's what you want God to do for you that God will do for you. What you want, the desire of your heart that you want is what God will give to you. So you better start desiring that's what you want. But come to think of it, is it really how it works with God? There are times that the things that you really desire is not what is best for you. And if it's not best for you, God is not going to give it to you. And for me, I was even praying in my heart as growing up as a child. I used to always pray, God, whatever is your will for me, let that be done. Let your will be done in my life, not my will. Because I don't know the future, I don't see the future. So sometimes you are saying, this is what I want. But funny enough, long and short of the story, time came for me to get married. And I picked a non-isoko man, an Igbo man to be precise. And I remember the first time that I brought my husband, let my mom meet him. as in, this is the guy. I don't think that was the first time she was meeting, but she was knowing that this is the guy that I'm going with. Though my mom said she was cold, sort of. She was cold. Then later, when my husband had left the house, she called me. She said, "Sit down," and I sat down. And she said, "You want to go and marry an Igbo man? Eh? You want to go and marry an Igbo man?" And a lot of people face all these things. And I had to start talking. I started to say, "Mommy, there are a lot of things that one should consider." I had to start preaching. I had to bring my strong reason to the table. My strong reason to convince her. I started talking. Mommy, is it the tribe that should matter most to you, or the character of the person? Is it the tribe or the happiness that your child will get from this marriage? Because a lot of times people are cajoled, people are, they are forced into marrying people that they should not have anything to do with because of something like tribe. He's not from my place. I cannot marry him, even though he's a good person. He has all the traits I want. He loves me. I love him. But I cannot. My parents will not agree. My family will not accept him. At the end of the day, you go and settle. You settle. You just go and marry somebody from your place that doesn't have all these other attributes, all these other important things that you need to see in somebody that you want to marry. The person doesn't have the same values as you. He doesn't have the same beliefs as you. But he's from your place. So your family are going to accept. In fact, I remember something that happened. It happened to someone that I know. Because she was dating this particular guy, and the guy was from her place. The guy was actually from her place. And the guy was misbehaving. The guy did not have any respect for her. He was treating her just the way he liked. But her family had already known the guy. So she decided that I wasn't going to go ahead with this guy. I don't think this is the guy I should be with. This guy is going to just deal with me in marriage. He doesn't really love me. He doesn't respect me. He doesn't value me. Guess what her mom did? Just because of tribal sentiments. The mom started begging her. Just allow him now. Leave him now. Take him like that now. He's a human being. She started making excuses for this guy. Eventually, this girl got upset because she knows how her mother treated other people that were not from her tribe. She knew how the mom treated other guys who were not from her tribe. She now said, "Mommy, so you are willing to trade me to this guy just because of tribe, Mommy? You want me to go ahead with a guy like this just because he's from our place? Oh, Mommy, this is so painful." And she decided that no, I'm not going to go ahead with this. I'm going to call it quits. She ended the relationship. But do you know that there are some children, some daughters or sons that will not have the mind that lady had? They will go ahead. They say, "What will I do now? My mom says I should go ahead." They will go ahead with such a person and they will start to regret in the marriage. One thing that I believe that we should really look at before we get married. I've done a video before, the do's and don'ts on why you are dating. You can check it out. I'm going to drop it down in the description there. Watch it. Watch that video. Are you going to leave things that are weightier? Because to me, I do not really know what is so weighty in tribe. This person is from my place. What's so waiting in that? What are the benefits I'm going to get from it, being married, as against marrying someone else that's not from my place, but has all the qualities that I desire in a partner. You know, there was a day there was one lady I also know. Her family had been standing so strongly against her getting married to a non-tribe from where she was from. And eventually, they succeeded. She eventually got married to a guy who was from their place. So when I heard about it, the day they told me about it, this girl is married now. The first thing that came to my mind was, who did she marry? Because I know her father was the kind of person that would stand against, you marrying from a non-tribe. I now asked, who did she get married? Where is the person from? She said, the person is from her place. I said, really? So she finally saw somebody from her place. Oh, thank God for them. Oh, but I hope that she did not settle. Oh. I hope she just didn't settle as that. This one is from my tribe. Let me just take him like that. Then my cousin made a statement that day, and he said, the things to choose from are so many. You will check if this person has your values. You will check if this person has the same belief system as you. You will check if the character of the person. You will check the health status of this person doesn't match with mine. You will check so many other things that that are of value, that are weightier. Then after you finish checking all that one, you now add tribe to it again. That's what my cousin said. So after I finish checking all this, does this person have this? Does he have it? Does it? Then I'll not say, oh, where is he from? Is he isoko? He's not isoko. Oh, I cannot marry him. How trivial. How? I don't know. Then at the end of the day, you say, okay, I married somebody from my tribe. Some people are lucky. Don't get me wrong. There are some people who are just lucky, and they are not so many. There are not so many who are just lucky to find all these things that they want, and it's in someone that they met, and the person is also their tribe. It's a handful of people that you see that fall into that category. They fall into that category, and it's good for them. Especially when you are not living amongst your people. You're somewhere else. In a different land, you're not living the same locality where your tribe, where you'll be seeing a lot of them to pick from. Then at the end of the day, you settle, because people are saying this or that. Or some people will say, it doesn't have the same culture. They will not have the same culture with me. Language barrier is going to be there. People learn languages. If that's what's so painful to you, what's so important to you, people can learn languages. Yes, after all, we're seeing little kids these days learning French, learning Spanish. People learn it. Even I know someone who learns a foreign language even at old age. Yes, if it's so painful to you, say, okay, this person has all. Can you leave other things just for try? So yes, really, maybe you might really want to communicate in your language, where in a place where you don't want someone else to hear what you have to look for a way. You look for a way around it. Like I was telling you in my own case, when I was trying to convince my mom, I asked my mom, I said, okay, before now, there has been this person coming for my hand in marriage or from my place. See the character of this person. Do you think should I just go and marry that person because he's from our place? After I mentioned some of these things to my mom, I even pointed some people that I know that from my place whose marriages are not good at all, and they are both from my place. Before my mom now said, well, you're right. So, especially for those who are going through one struggle or the other now, trying to say, I want to marry this person, and their families are saying, no, you cannot marry. Bring your strong reasons. At the end of the day, I asked my mom, I said, so mommy, if I decide now, I marry this other person, that is from my place, and I'm not happy, how happy would you be, mommy? For my dad didn't have an issue. My dad was the free kind of person. It didn't really matter to him where you were from. Eventually, after talking to my mom like this, she saw reasons. Though I know mine was a lot much easier than some other. I know some other people that have gone through hell just to marry the person of their choice. I know somebody who kept on going back and forth. Today, the family will say, you cannot marry that girl. She's not from our place. He will say, okay, I've heard you. You keep quiet. They'll think that he has changed his mind. Tomorrow, he will come back and say, I want to get married. They'll say, who is the person that you want to get married to? And he'll say, that girl. This same girl again. He got to a point his family gave up. He said, okay, if that's who you want to be with, go ahead and be with the person. Because they cannot, if they really love you, they're not going to keep you, they're not going to keep holding you back. They'll eventually say, go ahead, if that's the person you want to be with. I'm not going to be happy with someone else. This is the person I want to be with. So, you have to bring your strong reasons to the table. You have to bring your strong reasons to the table. And for those of us that are already married to non-tribe, people that are not our tribe, you know, there was a time I observed that a friend of mine, herself and her husband, they were having a bit of a challenge because the husband felt that she was being very inconsiderate. That most times she'll be speaking her language with her family members, and he's around the vicinity, they don't even bother. I know that that's one of the worries of non-tribes. How will I understand the language? If you marry somebody who really cares about you and somebody that you can communicate with, you two can talk. Okay, you can talk and say, this thing you're doing, I don't like it. I don't like it. And when your partner says, I don't like it, like we said in our other video, I married the wrong person. When your partner is complaining about something, listen to it. Okay? So when you know that this person doesn't understand, it's part of respect. It's actually part of respect. When you know that your partner does not understand this language that you're speaking. For me, in my own home, we don't speak our language when my husband is there and I want to talk to my sibling or my mom. I don't speak my language because I feel that he doesn't understand it. So why am I doing that? Like vice versa, he doesn't do that when I'm around. With his own family, he doesn't do that. Even when they speak to him, he knows that my wife is here. She does not understand the language, so he speaks in English. Because we're supposed to be one. We're supposed to be like a book to each other. There's no secret between us. So why am I going to be speaking my language when my husband is seated there? I'm just speaking my language. I'm not bothered that my husband is there. He doesn't understand and he's going to be feeling. There's a way he's going to be feeling. Every human being will feel somehow. So you that is married to a non-tribe, be considerate. Be considerate to that non-tribe. Don't be speaking that language where your partner is there. He doesn't understand it. Then for those of us, we can try to learn the language. I know somebody who married into an Isoko family. He's not, she was actually Yoruba. This woman could speak Isoko eventually. She could speak Isoko. So you can try to learn the language. Don't make that an excuse. Say, they will not understand my language. So because of that, you will leave weightier issues and go and marry tribe. I've seen a lot of people who have married tribe and have said, oh my God, I would have followed my heart. You will be speaking your language, but you are not happy. You understand the custom and everything, but you are not happy. Your heart is somewhere else. Do not allow others to cajole you. Do not allow family members to force you against your will, against your wish, against your desire, against that thing that you believe. You say, oh, my children will not understand the language. You can get a teacher. If your partner cannot speak, get a teacher or you teach them yourself. I know somebody, a family friend of mine. The father is Isoko. The mother is not Isoko at all. But they speak Isoko more than me. The children speak, in fact, when they speak some vernacular in this Isoko that they've spoken, I've heard from them. When I speak it, my mom will say, where did you hear this one from? This one is very deep Isoko. I say, I heard it from them. And their mother is not Isoko. So it's not an excuse. It's not an excuse at all. Okay? So sometimes it's even funny to me when somebody will say, oh, I must marry from my tribe. And you find out that they even pick somebody from their tribe who doesn't even, because there are people from your tribe who cannot even speak your language. They are from your tribe, but they cannot speak your language. You will see them going to pick that person. So what culture does that person know? What language does that person know that you are choosing him? He cannot speak your language. For example, maybe me, I'm an Isoko person. I can't really speak Isoko. Then one Isoko guy will see me and say, I'm going to choose an Isoko girl. He comes for me. And I cannot speak Isoko. I don't know deep of Redo. I don't know it in Isoko. Then he'll come for me and say, I must marry an Isoko girl. It's Isoko girl I must marry. I don't get it. You're marrying me, I still can't speak Isoko. I'm still like the Yoruba girl that you would have married that cannot speak Isoko, or Igbo girl that you would have married that cannot speak Isoko, or that doesn't know the culture. Just because you heard that my father and my mother are Isokos, you say you choose me. So let's not let people cajole us into choosing somebody just because he's our tribe. That will not hold. It will not keep a marriage. Your tribe, we speak the same language, will not keep your marriage. There are so many deeper things in marriage that will keep a marriage together. Is this person compatible with me? Does he have the same belief with me? Does he have the same values with me? Does he love me? Does he treat me right? Does he respect me? Vice versa. Does she respect me? Does she value me? Are we compatible? Some of the things that you have to check, not tribe. Tribe is minimal. If he comes, it's an added advantage. If you meet somebody like that, it's an added advantage. Don't make it the most important thing that you put ahead of other things before you get married. And for you who is going through that struggle right now, your family, they are putting their feet on the ground, talk to them. Ask them serious questions. Look eyeball to eyeball with them. See, if I marry this other person that you're saying I should marry, this girl you want me to marry, this boy you want me to marry, this man you want me to marry, and I'm not happy, will you be happy, mommy? Daddy, will you be happy? Talk to them. Don't just give in. And it's your life. It is your life. You are the one to live with this person for the rest of your life. Don't say, it's my mother that caused it. Your mother will not be there. They will not live with these people. You are younger. They will die one day and leave you. They would have gone. Even if they don't die, they are in their own houses. And you are the one living with this person. So make your choice yourself. Okay? Thank you so much for watching this video today. If you have not yet subscribed, please promote my channel. Okay? Click on that red button saying subscribe. Just click on it so that you become part of this family. Share this video. You don't know who is going through something that needs to hear this. Share this video to them. Like it. Give us a thumbs up. Until I come your way next time, my name remains Waka Okeogene. Ciao, ciao. Adios.